Thanks for ruining it for everybody.
That's usually what
We got smoke already showing.
We got
all
smoke
that?
showing. Smoke showing. Engine 44 I've seen. We've got an OSB structure. Smoke showing, venting out the roof.
Wait, he closed it.
Wait, no. No, the smoke's gone away now. No, wait, it's up again. It's back.
Everything's going pretty good now.
Inland.
The good news is it's blue smoke and not that nasty brown black smoke.
Yeah, it don't smell bad. It's still like fine.
Don't smell like no burnt out.
And a bit of fiberglass.
We'll see what that's gonna do.
Fiberglass.
Oh, that's gonna do good. Yeah, that's gonna do good up there. It's already climbing.
All right, so we'll let it build a little bit, see if we can get some smoke production.
You're burning through your wall.
Had to get down in there.
Really not. Just had to flick it out.
We're still in the incipient phase.
Yes, yes.
All right, so what we've got right here, what it's kind of simulating, you got incipient stage of a fire, it's starting to build. Right now we're going to simulate, okay, somebody saw a fire, ran out of the house, what do you normally see? Front door's left wide open, right?
Wide open.
All right, so you're seeing fires continuing to build. It's got a pretty good air supply going in, and we'll see if we can get it to kind of build up. You know, we're starting to see a little bit of smoke production, really light smoke production coming from the eaves a little bit. So you're not seeing, that's comparatively to the size of the room, it's a lot of fire.
Burn too clean.
You're talking about a pretty good sized room. I mean, a pretty good sized fire for that size room. So we'll just see where it goes.
Yeah, that's a big couch.
So you got a room right above the fire. Of course, this box is not sealed airtight, like, you know, maybe a house would be a little bit tighter, but you got one right above the room. You got a little bit of smoke production there. Second floor, a little bit of smoke production, nothing major. Starting to get pretty good fire production. Once we start getting the building itself to actually light up, I think we'll be doing good.
Yeah, to get
A little bit
comfortable, stand
anticlimactic.
out there. Looks like it's starting to turn some black back there now.
Yep, she
Yeah,
sends in the
starting
back walls or side wall.
All right, back here on the back, it's kind of, you got a little bit of a crack. You're getting pretty good smoke production coming up from here. Okay, it's kind of hard to see if you come around to the back side here. If you look real close, you can see a little bit of puffing smoke come out of the gable vent. Now everything we've got right now is closed. So you still, even through the small cracks and stuff like that, you're getting pretty good smoke production out of there already. All right, so let's see if we can start making it do kind of run.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're starting to get the room
yeah.
starting to flash. You're starting
Oh,
to get
yeah.
a little bit of roll over there. And we're going to try to do this a couple of different things. We may have to knock it back just a little bit to see. But okay, say we've got this is on the first story. We've got another window over here. Say we vent that window. How does that affect the fire? You know, what's it going to do now? You saw as soon as I opened it up, you got rollout. So you've got another air production coming in. You're going to build. The fire's going to build. So how did I do that? What did I do there that made it go out? You had fire coming out, right? What it is, that's the gases. That's the gases escaping the building right there. That's what's lighting off. I just suffocated those gases out a little bit and about to go out. So just showing you that it's not necessarily, you know, it's the material off gassing, and that's what's actually burning. So right now, floor right above the fire, very thick
Wow.
smoke. This is bedroom closed. This is just coming straight up through the floor. This is just what's building in there.
And this is what's
So you
killing
can-
the people in that bedroom.
Yeah, this is what's in that bedroom. So look right here. You got this is ventilation limited. You got a lot more thick smoke production. This here is not limited at all. It's a lot more clear. It's burning a lot better. Get that way. We're burning the whole thing up. Quick hit at the ceiling. You're going to steam it a little bit. It's going to cool that whole gases down and kind of reset it a little bit. But you see the turbulent smoke. You have a heck of a lot more smoke right here above the fire than you do coming from over here. So that tells you got very thick, fast-moving smoke. That's where you're closest to your fire at. So as you can see in the window over there, you got pretty good fire production. That heavy smoke, closed bedroom. You can tell from here, if you can get down there and look, you can see it's rolling out. It's rolling over into the other bedroom with the open door. You know, this room up here is not flashed yet. You got a lot of smoke production, but no flash. You have, it's, you know, your heat's not that high. We knock it back. You can put a pretty good stop on that fire with just a little bit of water. Steam production. But watch how fast it regrows. This is what we're talking about. A lot of that study that's coming out now is that this quick hit from the outside. If you've got fire showing, you pull up to the front. You've got this. If you can hit it real quick, reset it, and kind of give it a chance for you to move on in and get closer to it. It's not an end all be all. You're not always going to have fire showing, but if you do have an opportunity where you can hit it, give it a little bit of water, you're going to cool everything off down inside. So we still got pretty good fire production. See how quickly it built back. You're not going to talk about a lot of time. You're talking maybe 45 minutes to, 45 seconds to a minute maybe before it rebuilds back to right where it was before. That's with a ventilated second floor window. So let's see what we've got. Close that off. We're back to ventilation limited there. Real thick smoke coming from the eaves. It's puffing, right? You're watching that puffing? Because it's ventilation limited. That's the only place it's got air coming in, but it's kind of siphoned down. It's not allowed it to open vent. Open this one up here. You're
It
talking.
started blowing out of there.
You got it now. You've got an inlet. You've got an outlet. You're talking about really starting to move off and cook off. The backside, you're seeing a lot of smoke production come off that backside. And you can look in your rooms here, how thick, nasty that smoke is. That thick black smoke, that's fire. It's ready to light off at any point. That's
He called it
nothing
black
more than,
fire.
and there it is right there. You see it
Yeah.
light off.
There it is. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That guy up there Saturday called that black smoke. He said that's just black
All
fire.
right, so you
That's
see
all
how
it is.
thick that is in that compartment. That's, if we're in there fighting that, what does it do when we open the roof? How does that affect the conditions?
It's hard to find if there's joints on fire now.
That smoke is getting on fire. I'm impressed about how quick it all started going up.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had a well-established fire now that's been burning for a while. see if we can still get it to do its thing when everything kind of closed up. Learn anything? Is it showing anybody anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It grows so fast being so small, but hopefully
It's basically the same exact.
You get the
concept
same
of a-
principles.
Yeah, you get a house down.
There's still a lot of fire there too.
Oh yeah.
I'll let it build a little bit and we'll kind of.
It's still got fire in there.
Oh, yeah.
We should have started.
See it change?
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot more smoke production building inside the house now because you've got a closed compartment. You got a confined space. You notice when I was hitting it with water, when everything was just wide open, vented, everything was open, I wasn't knocking it back very much. You've got to, if it's compartmentalized though, that steam production that you make with the water affects it a lot more. But when you've got everything wide open, the steam's going to escape. It's not going to do as much suppression. And so that's where your fog stream is not going to be near as effective when you've got a wide open space.
I was trying to remember one of my figures, when you have 1 gallon of water introduced to the right amount of heat, you can have every gallon expanding, what, 1,600
1,700 times.
17?
It depends on the temperature. Right at
Oh,
boiling
no, you
point.
gotta have perfect.
Yeah, but we've got heavy fire. I mean, the room just flashed and starting to take the door. Take a look, see what the floor right above. So this is the floor above the fire. You got heavy smoke production, but you still, there could be some tenable space. I mean, that could be something where you might could find somebody. You do have smoke production, but it's coming up and out, as opposed to, see what this one does, where you've got, you got heavy fire building into that room now. So, look down there, you see fire looking up into the room. And you got heavy fire.
God, boy, it built up quick when
So you have somebody go around the house and start popping all the windows and everything, it's gonna light off. So unless you're ready to put water on it, don't go taking every window in the house. Be coordinated, make sure that you're ready to put water on it before you call somebody to vent that window, because you see how fast it's gonna get away from it.
Yeah, be selective on the windows that you do then.
Yeah, you wanna pull it a certain direction, you do that.
That's right. This little simulator right here really
This gets
lets you know, about how the off gassing and the smoke, just how much combustible is still in that smoke.
Mhm.
And when it reaches the right temperature and the right mixture, there she goes.
That is a good fire chemistry class right there.
Here's my eyebrow.
Floor's on fire.
All right, so what do y'all want to see next? What else can we simulate?
How about just the roof then?
Just the roof?
See how fast she builds coming out the vent hole.
So you can see where your
Got
fastest moving smoke is. It's gonna be
Watch the
right where the
color
fire
change.
is.
See
Where
the
you've
color
got the most
change.
fire is the main body of your fire right here is coming up here and out. You have your base fire right here, but you got a lot of fire licking up right here. You got a lot of heat. So you're having a lot of thick, fast moving, turbulent smoke right there, because that's where the majority of your heat's going to.
Oh, at some point, could you do me a favor, Brett, if you don't mind? Take the water and put it into the vent hole,
Okay.
just to show what, if
Okay.
anything, that does. Just a fair amount of water in there, just to
Sure.
give them an idea of what it does to it.
And Jason wants to see a backdraft too. That might be kind of hard. What amazing is the difference in the color of smoke. You can sit there and watch it progress.
You can watch the smoke change. You're going to go from a light smoke, very not pressurized, and then you're going to get to right here. You're seeing pre-flashover conditions. We let this sit here long enough, that's going to flash off. You got really fast, turbulent, fast moving smoke, This is an indication right here, if you've got people inside that, hey, something's fixing to light off.
Yeah.
This is something they need to know about inside. If you've got this right here. This is what we had at Mildred Street. We got upstairs, we're upstairs, it started getting really hot on our heads, and you looked up and we saw this above us. Can y'all hear that?
Yes.
Y'all hear how it's pulling that air? We'll let it go
Yes, we
on.
did.
Oh yeah, she's lighting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That fast.
You hear that sucker rocking and rolling.
Alright, let's see what we got now.
Let's see what she does.
Nothing.
Gentlemen.
All it's doing is basically blowing it out.
We got a little water.
Available oil.
Shop.
Close the vent, what happens? That's when you want backdraft, we'll close it all up at one time.
Side over here is catching.
Yeah, it's fixing to fall off the doggone.
Yeah, it's getting a little weak over here.
Oh.
That's more better. That just goes to show you though, just how little it takes to.
Now you can see we actually got fire production in the room right above.
Yep.
Conditions got right, it's gonna light off if it, it gets to the right point.
That just goes to show you though how little it takes to burn, like your metal connections and all that stuff on that OSB in a real house.
I say we simulate Pine Hill next.
Simulate what?
Pine Hill. Shut it all up and go to the roof again.
Fully compartmentalized, except for where it's venting itself. We'll wait to see if we'll just let it go from here on unless y'all want to try to do something else. It's about to the point we can't really do anything
Yeah,
else with it. So. Let's just see if it'll let itself vent.
Reach the lack
And,
of structural integrity.
Yeah.
We've vented through the floor now.
And the wall. That would have been bad. Gonna hit the floor in a minute. Somebody's gonna call in a minute. Like
Just
the
seeing
fire
how
department's
it
on fire.
affects though, every time you open a window or a door, it's gonna affect the movement of fire. And every time that I would apply water to it, it's not moving the fire. If I apply water right here in this, it's not pushing it anywhere. What it's really doing is chasing that air. It's not necessarily that I'm pushing it with water, it's just,
Now, this would be a blitz attack right here.
You want me to drag the hose back here instead of them water cans?
I can put most of it out with a water can.
And it feels good, Bill.
That's Rush truck.
Well, we can show
That's
people
amazing,
how much
though.
fire you can really put out with water.
That's right. That's amazing though, because even like on a real house, once it gets going that fast, it's just how fast
Yeah.
It's all horsepower.
the damage is done.
Inside, you just burn it.
Floor's done fell. Or the wall.
See what I've got my other bit.
Anybody want to do an on-scene report of that?
She gonna
That's an easy one. That's an easy one.
totally involved. We're doing an exterior attack.
Set up a water curtain for the building across the street.
Next to it.
Yeah, dude. I just showed you just how weak that stuff really is once it catches on fire.
Putting you earlier, that's going in earlier.
I mean, really, truly, that's all. That's how it feels, really.
That's what I have, yeah.
That and 2x4s.
Yep, well, I guess you got to look right in, Joe.
That stuff there, poop gone.
Hey, we kept having supper last night. Kept having supper last night.
Yeah. No, you didn't have no tongue. Lickety lick.
That's a pretty good little simulation. I like that.